wants to overthrow our love.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will be all about the turnovers. The Jets are #1 in turnover differential, and they'll be up against a Jags team that knows they have to take care of the ball. So with that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Bortles to throw on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started. But even more importantly, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So on 4th down, the Jags send out Brad Nortman to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Telvin Smith is a college safety who's transitioned very well to outside linebacker in the NFL. He runs down most plays.
Let's go. On third down, Hackenberg. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we're going to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
To throw, it's Bortles. And he comes back with one complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Yeldon, the lone running back. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, and for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. On play action, it's Hackenberg. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. He's still on his feet. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, it's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
To throw is Hackenberg. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Hackenberg on 3rd and 2. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Christian Hackenberg, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my own college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They go play action here on first down. And caught right side, Green. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him.
This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 39 that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league.
That's Hearns. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hearns, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 31 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Second down, Hackenberg. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. First down, Hackenberg. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 3 on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Bortles, middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Bortles now on first down. Complete, the tight end Rivera. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
To throw is Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On the right side, caught by Green. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. That's one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Now Bortles again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. No gain, and it's 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. To throw, it's Bortles. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Bortles will keep it, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Blake Bortles in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And New York set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Now, never mind, Larry. Forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the 3rd quarter of action already. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And New York gets set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On second down, Hackenberg again. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10.
Check. Good. Now let's go.
On 3rd down, Hackenberg. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Eric Decker was the intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be a New York first.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Hackenberg looks to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. And he puts it through. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
15 yards through the air and a first down. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Yeldon, the lone running back. Bortles now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Bortles. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And he fires one and he's into the clear. A great read, and it's picked off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will. It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's brought down after a good gain. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Bortles now on first down. And caught right side, Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Jags are going to have a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Bortles going to throw. And Green with a catch left side. A very solid gain of 27. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Now let's go.
A second down throw for Hackenberg. Peak's got it over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough 3rd down awaits them.
On 3rd down, Hackenberg. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 81 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Shreds the tackle. Dancing to his left. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Green's got it over the middle. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. 15 yards there for number 15. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And caught right side, Green. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Yeldon, the lone running back. Bortles to throw once more. Steps away to his left. His throw caught at about the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Again, it's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. T.J. Yeldon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out come the Jets. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will...
And got his man complete. There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 76 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Yeldon, the lone running back. Now Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And incomplete here on 3rd down. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And now it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Bortles going to throw. And this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Malik Jackson there to make the stop. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position. It's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to.
And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Leonard Williams in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Flag 58 rail! Flag 58 rail!
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. His throw incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Bortles got to have this one to the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. being chased out left. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes...
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Oh, surprise. Hackenberg looks to throw. And Anderson's got it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll be a gain of 16. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd down, here's Hackenberg. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.